Hello my friends, and welcome back to Xenonauts. Invasion Report, Episode 4. Yes, I now have a title for this series. I've been contemplating for a long time what to actually call it. And yeah, aside from having a title, we're also continuing where we left off in Episode 3, and I hope you liked it. And if you have feedback on Episode 3, like editing style-wise and stuff, please leave them in the comments of this or the last video, so I can improve myself. As you saw, we went straight for the battle that, like the ground mission that last episode yielded. It's accelerated to 4 times speed and nothing too spectacular going on. I'm being very cautious in this ground mission because I've brought my ace troops. Hiring, like getting good people again would require me to spend a long time and a lot of money hiring a shit ton of people, so just they could die. So I'm very keen on having my soldiers stay alive. On a side note though, that means the gameplay gets more exciting. As I'm trying to make sure that my troops stay alive. Currently we're scuttling for cover like usually. Nothing too spectacular, aside from blowing a hole in the wall to punch my troops through, because I ain't fancying going around the outside and the fences and running into aliens. Too little cover available. Splitting up my team. I split up too many guys to go on the right side, which was a kind of a mistake. But yeah. Like a long part of indecision now comes where I should go, what I should do. Planning out my people, where they go, letting them run. It's kind of difficult sometimes to do it right and stuff. And we're also already being suppressed. Oh no, sorry, that was a NATO troop guy who was, but... And there's already the alien. Oh yeah, we went to a normal scout crash site here. Gotta love my sniper. Gotta love my sniper. It's a blessing and a curse I brought 4 snipers on this mission. Blessing-wise, you'll see me making a very long-range shot later on in the video. This ground mission took the better part of 40 minutes, so I think I'll cut it, I guess. At some point you'll see a blending, and right now probably we'll go on to the more exciting parts of the mission. Hence I've now slowed down, or I'm going to slow down the video footage in a very short time, and I'll pretty much cut out all the boring random stuff and show you the shots, maneuvers being shot and all the kind of stuff of the mission in a very compressed montage now. So probably put on some music over it too, if it allows it, so have fun, I guess. Despite the loss of Corporal Anderson, Xenonauts presses on and we get in a research report from Dr. Snidely. The Scout UFO is a small craft with larger crew than the Light Scout. Though still a Scout, it is larger and more well-armed and more dangerous than the Light Scout. The design consists of 2 crew compartments and a sizable semicircular forward compartment that contains the ship's control systems and a circular bay at the rear of the vessel that houses the ship's power source. It has substantial armor plating around its key components, usually around 8mm thick, but rising to double that in some areas, perhaps suggesting the armor on the Light Scout was in fact little more than a heat shield. This makes it a much more formidable combatant than the Light Scout, particularly coupled with a plasma beam that has greater range and inflicts additional damage. It's getting to what's near the end of September and we almost have the money to make a new base. We're going to get around about 1.6 million with the next funding, which reminds me we need to build some stuff, because we're going to go for a base next month. So we'll have to have the aircraft available already. This will also mean that we can respond to threats over Northern Africa more well. Will also means we'll have about 100,000 more upkeep monthly. And speaking of the devil, the next UFO wave. So guys, I think that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching and bye bye. Oh, how wrong I was. Yeah, thinking back on it. Next thing, we shoot down a fighter and then Dr. Snidely comes in again with another fascinating report how to use cattle prods to stun aliens, so... Thank you. Stun weapons. Studying the extraterrestrial biology has allowed our scientists to devise methods of incapacitating our enemies for interrogation and further study without killing them. There appears to be 3 main possible avenues of attack, which are equally effective against humans as they are against aliens. Concussive force, oxygen starvation, and with a stun gas grenade, or the final is electrical current from a high voltage, which they reworked a cattle stun thing there, so this is a stun prod. Speaking of Dr. Snidely, right? You just saw him on screen, in the lab screen. The guy is that's Dr. Snidely. He introduces himself at the beginning of the game as himself, but I've cut him out because I spent a lot of time in the research screen reading stuff and a lot of time reading other stuffs and information, so you don't need to see this. Anyhow, Dr. Snidely now comes in with a report on the fighter. Fighter UFO. The fighter is a very small UFO, apparently designed for air supremacy. It is faster and tougher than the Light Scout, and surprisingly well armed for its size. Though not individually a match for an F-17 Condor, I doubt a lone F-17 would stand much of a chance against a full squadron of these. The most interesting feature of the design is the absence of a pressured crew compartment. Virtually the entire saucer section consists of propulsion systems, sensors and weapon arrays. This led us to believe that the craft was unmanned, but analysis of the wreckage revealed enough biological material to convince us otherwise. We are unsure what form this pilot takes. There is only room for one, but the lack of transparent canopy or control systems implies that they are much more heavily integrated into their craft than human pilots are. So it seems that the fighter UFO is a very the pilots are very well integrated into them. Anyhow, we return to business as usual, taking on the alien invasion, like scanning for activity, managing our base, which is all done at 4 times regular speed, so you guys don't really need to watch it so much. Since I've cut and edited the episode so much, I hope you guys don't really mind that this has become my sort of like 12 or 13, maybe 14 minute episode. yeah, along the lines of that. So yeah, at this, well, so there's not really much left for me to say besides thank you guys so much for watching this. We're going to take on the crash site we just made. Before, like, checking that all our soldiers are up to standard fit, taking off wounded soldiers, and taking on, like, taking wounded soldiers off the list, putting non-wounded soldiers on there, outfitting them correctly, and then we're pretty much going to the crash site. So, yeah. I guess thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next report. Bye!